Alexander-Arnold. Firmino. Salah. Wijnaldum. Van Dijk.
I pity John Moss, the fourth official down there. He's getting all kinds off the West Brom bench.
Salah. There was some hesitation there. Firmino.
Johnny Evans, great block. Again, I think when he's at his confidence best, he's taken a volley on. He tries to round Ben Foster, pulls it back to Firmino. Johnny Evans is there.
Well, Greg Pawson is asking that the corner not be taken, just to check something, whether there was a handball by Johnny Evans. Of course, if the corner's taken, they can't then go back to it. They're happy to continue.
I think he smashed it at him from such a short distance.
Mane. Just eluded Matip. Moreno. Jake Livermore.
I hope the next hour of football is equally as good as the first 30 minutes we had anyway.
Wijnaldum is the player left on the floor.
Has Gareth Barry been booked, I think?
He has.
Has to be very careful, doesn't he? Making challenges like that after 32 minutes with a yellow card on your name.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. Krychowiak with a slice. Alexander-Arnold. Game being played at a fair old pace. West Brom have got a man down on the far side of the pitch. Mane. It's their left back Kieran Gibbs. Like a hamstring.
Yeah, he had that race with Emre Can, didn't he?
Matip, sportingly, because he's not obliged to, puts it out, and West Brom complain then that he took too long.
Exactly, yeah. You're damned if you do. But you can see it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for Kieran Gibbs, unfortunately. Just has a bit of a race here. There you go, there you go.
Well, already Ahmed Hegazi is getting ready, the giant Egyptian, as a potential replacement. Richie Rawlins on the right there, the physio, and the doctor, Mark Gillette. Towering player, Hegazi, who's made a decent impression this season. Another live FA Cup tie on BT Sport 2 tomorrow, a 1 o'clock start, for coverage of Chelsea against Newcastle. So Rafa Benitez making a return. To the bridge. It's also available in 4K. And then 3 live Premier League games over the next week, all on BT Sport 1 and in 4K ultra high definition. Liverpool's first league visit to Huddersfield in 46 years is on Tuesday. Following night, we're at Wembley for Tottenham against Manchester United, and then next Saturday tea time in the regular slot, it's Arsenal versus Everton from the Emirates. It would appear that Kieran Gibbs' race is run.
Oh, poor Kieran Gibbs. He's got the longest walk to get to the dressing room. He's on the far side. I think it still baffles most people how players aren't ready to come on the field, aren't they?
Van Dijk. Mane. Cross came Rodriguez. Mane goes down very theatrically as if an arm was thrust in his face.
Yeah, I just think Jay Rodriguez is a taller lad, isn't he? I think that's all it was. Nothing wrong with the challenge.
Rattle it to Firmino. Alexander-Arnold.
You see Alan Pardew's telling Ben Foster to kick the ball out of play so they can get a Ghazi on. There you go. Julie obliges. Trent Alexander-Arnold tries to keep it in. We have had everything today.
I think we have. It's been great. You know, whether you like VAR or not, it certainly provided an element of drama, even if it's taken a while.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't disguise the fact that the football we've seen has been, by and large, terrific.
It's been a brilliant game, hasn't it? I mean, after all that, and how Alan Pardew's upset with some of the decisions, they're still leading. They're still nearly at half-time. Looks as if Robson Kanu is going to come off because, as you can see, Matty Phillips, I think it is, getting stripped. It's all fun and games today at Anfield.
And of course West Brom operate with one of the smaller squads in the Premier League, and they've got very important league fixtures coming up. They go to Manchester City on Wednesday, and then maybe more significantly Saturday they're at home to Southampton, which is a fixture they have probably ringed in red. Robson Kanu has just suggested to the referee that he should have a look at what happened to him, that he was fouled and that's what's caused this injury.
Hamstring injury as well. It looks as if Matty Phillips has just gone and replaced Robson Kanu up front. He hasn't gone wide. Looks as if he's just going to try and occupy the Liverpool defenders.
Pardew is striding the width of what is just about the smallest technical area in the league. Hands thrust deep in his coat. Behind him there, big Darren Moore on the left. A redoubtable West Brom centre-half, and shielded by the Manager as well, John Carver, his assistant, who was also his number 2 at Newcastle.
A little bit of frustration there. Ray Champel and Koviak back. That was theatrical as well, wasn't it?
Johnny Evans to take this. Van Dijk. Van Dijk played it to Phillips and managed to keep it alive. Neon. Phillips. Dawson now playing on the right of the back line. And Neon has moved across to the left. Since the injury to Gibbs. Sadio Mane. Alexander-Arnold. Chan. Moreno. Mane. Hegazi. Rikoviak. To make an impression on the FA Cup under Jurgen Klopp. At this stage in both his previous seasons in charge, West Ham in a replay first time around, and then beaten here by West Brom's neighbours and great rivals Wolves last season.
Yeah, last year was disappointing, wasn't it? Made too many changes, had a very young team out and got caught. Got away with the first game against Plymouth, but got caught in the second game against Wolves. And that's why it's been good, the fact that he's played strong teams against Everton and West Brom. Show the respect this tournament and this trophy deserves.
He's been forced into replays that he didn't want during his tenure against both Plymouth and Exeter. This is a side more or less without compromise. A change in goal, but even though Karius nominally is number 1, that seems to be a bit of a toss-up.
Yeah, I don't buy that anyway, John, about replays. Liverpool have got a huge squad, should be able to compete and have replays, no problem whatsoever. If anything, they should have an advantage because their squad's stronger than most other squads.
Fair point.
The big teams shouldn't moan at all about that.
This is going to come to Mane. Evans beneath it. Salah. It's dangerous territory to be making a challenge from behind by Evans. West Brom have plotted a decent escape route. Here's the scorer of their 2 goals, Jay Rodriguez.
Yeah, Koviak was brought down by Mata, but he's played a good advantage portion.
Salah. Krikoviak tried to bring him down. Salah goes on.
Yeah, Kukoviak got caught. He's had a decent first half, but he got caught there. Salah doesn't get his right foot around it, as you can see.
Another West Brom casualty. Lost 2 players to injury already. This time it's Gareth Barry.
Maybe just stood on his toe, I think. He's up and about though. He's okay, Gareth Barry.
Hegazi. Dawson. Krychowiak. It's Dawson. Oh, and it's gone in. Maybe. Matic got the final touch. But barring the intervention of VAR, this time West Brom do have their 3-1 lead. Hasn't gone away yet.
That's okay.
Because although they weren't looking at it, Craig Pawson is delaying the restart.
I think you were right. It is going to be an extra 4 minutes for this next VAR. It's getting up to 48.
Well, we can confirm it is that possible offside that is being investigated by Andre Mariner. 200 miles away from here.
Yeah, Jay Rodriguez offside initially, but he wasn't interfering with play, was he? So he never touched the final ball in. There's a goal.
It stands. It does take away the pinnacle of the moment, or certainly it can cause a radical rethink. But this time, VAR does not deny West Brom, and Jurgen Klopp has got a big problem.
Yeah, he's got a huge problem actually. The 3-1 down at home in the first half of a game. This is very un-Liverpool-like. And unfortunately, when you're talking about VAR, and it was the right decision eventually, as you said, you forget the good play by West Brom or the bad defensive play by Liverpool because you're so engrossed in the decision and the referee's thinking.
I think you and I have said all we can say about VAR.
I think so, mate. I think so.
Happy to pass the baton to others at half-time.
Yeah. The thing is, the lads at half-time are going to need half an hour to discuss it all, not 15 minutes. I mean, the only thing we can say, yet again, John, repeating ourselves, is that they've got the right decision. Whether we like it or loathe it. This is what he looked at. Craig Dawson, is he onside there? And he is onside, you can see there. That the leg of Van Dijk flying across. Matip sticks it in at the far post.
But you've called that there off one replay. And it took an eternity for the officials to do it. A work in progress. And a couple of 100 miles from here, Andre Mariner has had, I think, a more eventful evening than any of us might have envisaged. And we're not even halfway through yet.
And who scored the third goal then?
Matip own goal.
Matip own goal. He's given a Matip own goal. That's good anyway.
So that's added to 2 for Jay Rodriguez. What an extraordinary half. We've seen moments of history prompting a couple of outbursts of hysteria. VAR very much centre stage. Lots of confusion. Many talking points for Steven Gerrard and Jermaine Genius. The half-time score is Liverpool 1, West Brom 3.
Ladbrokes, proud to support big name players in tiny dressing rooms. It's young Mitchell, very dreamland Tottenham now.
Sterling! What a beautiful goal!
That's brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Cristiano Ronaldo,
And he's done it again!
and Eden Hazard lifts the Chelsea mood. Floats one in towards Lukaku, and that's a striker's finish.
We can cross continents and time zones at the mere touch of a button. The moment the game changes is the moment we see it. I miss nothing. We are members of the world's favourite online sports betting company, and we gamble responsibly at Bet365.
Hi, Dave.
She's doing it this time. Look at Emma.
Oh. Walk to Mummy. You can do it, baby. You can do it, Emma. One more step. Yes.
And there it is. That's walking. I'm so glad I could get hold of you.
Some moments only happen once. Rely on BT Mobile with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Be there. BT.
When guys shave, this is what they do to try to get every hair. This is what we do. Shaving rebuilt with Gillette FlexFall technology. Moves like no other razor. It responds to the contours of your face. Gillette.
Join Pure Gym from $14.99 a month with no joining fee for a limited time. Bring your incredible.
What makes Ring the world's most advanced doorbell? Ring lets you see and speak with whoever's at your door from your smartphone.
Hello?
Package for Mrs. Thompson.
Oh, fab. Can you leave it by the front door?
Okay. Save you a trip to the depot.
Ring works off your home Wi-Fi network. It's easy to install and runs off a built-in battery. Or you can connect it to the mains. With Ring, you're always home. Available at ring.com and select retailers.
Lexus LC. Experience amazing.
When I was a kid and I didn't play as good as expected, or I missed a goal, my dad, he always told me that I should play with enjoyment and trying to improve. He was a good player, you know. He was a left winger. His friends, when he's around and we are together, they say he was better, but then when he's not around, they always tell me that I'm much better than him. I don't know, I have to say that he was better than me, but he was not as lucky as I was.
I can find and fund my car, from a Mini to a Jaguar.
Say hello to findandfundmycar.com, the home of feel-good car buying, where you'll only find quality used cars from trusted dealers rated by you, and where you can fund your car with finance to fit your budget. For an altogether better car deal, visit findandfundmycar.com today.
It shouldn't be a carry-on, choose findandfundmycar.com.
My chicken balls and my chow mein.
Yep.
Chow mein.
Yep.
It's called chow mein. Repeat chow mein for God's sake.
Okay.
I said, ooh, I like my chicken bones and my chow mein.
Chow mein.
Chow mein.
Chow mein.
And pork balls.
Pork balls.
Tap the app today at hungryhouse.co.uk.
Life's a funny one. All smooth until one day, this happens. So it's cool when there's someone to turn to and you need some emergency cash. With Sunny, you can pay back early and save some pounds on interest.
Yeah, that's life support. Swing by their site and stress not.
Fast, flexible loans from £100 at sunny.co.uk.
Ladbrokes, how to support the slaying of giants.
Chris, there's 3 incidents to talk about. We haven't got an awful lot of time, so let's get straight to them. First of all, the offside decision. The decision was made quickly and it looks like the right decision. What did you...
Ibn Mas'ud said, I said to the Prophet,
He reviewed it and he quite rightly awarded a penalty kick, so albeit it's taken a little bit of time, we shouldn't be too critical, and I would imagine as we move on it will, take less time.
Chris, a balancing act where we've got to get the right decisions, but you can't take all the drama out of the game. 4 minutes is a long time.
4 minutes is a long time. As I said, I think the average is about 2 minutes 30, but this is only the 6th time we've used it in England. I think it's the first time the referee's actually been to the screen, so we don't want to be too critical. It'll get better. Start of a journey, and let's just see where it takes us.
Okay, fans in the stadium knowing what's going on is something else that definitely needs to be looked at as we move forwards. And then we come to the 3rd goal for West Brom, and again the right decision was made, but the fans, the away fans who've travelled here from West Brom were applauding the goal a minute and a half after it was scored. So again, the right decision, but perhaps took something away from the game.
Yeah, that's what people talk about. I mean, we've seen examples of that in the summer where someone scores a goal, they see the flag go up, they lose the moment, and then they realise that it was an incorrect decision and a goal scored. That is something that we've got to, we've got to live with. People would get upset with it. I can imagine. Yeah, you want to celebrate the moment like you do. And again, we're a work in progress. Let's not be too critical at this, this early stage. It's only the 6th match, so let's just see how we go.
Okay, and as we said a few times, the correct decisions were made by the VAR. Sorry we had So much from a referee, not so much from you. That seems to be the order of the day so far, doesn't it? And there we were, wondering whether VAR would take away debate from football. Certainly not the point, is it? Right, lots to talk about still, lots to watch as well. We're only halfway through this pulsating cup tie. We've already had Newport drawing.
It's nice to get more than you expected. New Euro Millions Hot Picks. Pick and match 3 balls and win £1,500. Every Tuesday and Friday.
Hospitality Finder provide VIP experiences for some of the sport's greatest fixtures. You and your guests will be immersed in the atmosphere of some of the UK's most electric horse racing events. Entertained in the opulent surroundings of Test match and one-day cricket. Or put yourself right at the heart of the rugby action in Hospitality Finder's exclusive star-studded suites. That's where you'll find me. Go to hospitalityfinder.co.uk. More than just the event.
Remember those lovely morning walks as the sun rose over the Canaries?
And those lovely afternoon cocktails as the sun rose over the yardarm. And I'll never forget that gala night in Tenerife. You look gorgeous in that red dress.
Well, actually it was in Madeira and I looked gorgeous in that blue dress.
Blue? Was it? What was after Madeira?
Wales.
Wales?
No, Wales!
P&O Cruises. This is the life.
Lexus LC. Experience amazing.
We started designing pop-up cards in our basement.
What's cool is, today, we have 400 people working across the globe. With Office 365, we can all stay connected, from Vietnam to Boston to New York.
Now with Whiteboard, we can all work together at the same time.
And 3D and PowerPoint shows clients exactly what our cards look like.
Yeah, having everyone working together on the new Teams app is really awesome.
Seeing all these people react to our cards, that's what makes it all worth it.
They're thrill bandits. They're addicted to heists. I ain't cuffing up. I don't bring my cuffs anyway.
Den of Thieves in cinemas February 2nd. Football, 90 minutes where anything can happen. You can watch it and you can get involved in it with the latest Coral action. Jump in. Available from App Store and now Google Play. When the fun stops, stop.
Thursday nights have got their swagger back. Come on, Wenger, go win some Euro bling. And Celtic, good to have the boys on board. But the Russians are coming. The UEFA Europa League exclusively live on BT Sport.
Ladbrokes, proud to support all the roads to Wembley.
Right, we're ready to go for the second half then. Back to Steve McManaman and John Champion.
All the fun of the fair. 200 miles from here, Andre Mariner will have had a cup of tea or maybe something rather stiffer.
Yeah, I think so. I told you the lads needed more than 15 minutes to talk about that game, that first half, sorry.
Craig Pawson finds himself in the middle of it in more ways than one tonight. 3 interventions by VAR of particular note, a total duration of round about 5 minutes. Confusion inside the stadium because of the lack of information available to spectators. On the plus side, the right decisions arrived at, although it does bring into question what is a clear and obvious error. We might get into that in a minute, but hopefully the football will be so good we won't need to.
What I would say is that the VAR discussion has taken away from how poor Liverpool have defended. They conceded 3 at home. They look really vulnerable. The third goal was awful defending. It was brushed over because we were talking about whether it was onside or offside or should it stand. But defensively they need to liven up and they need to be more compact and they need to communicate with each other.
Here's Phillips. Past Matip. And the goalkeeper Mignolet getting a big chunk of it and then able to gather it in to some relief.
I think the last time Liverpool were 3-1 down was Dortmund. They came back, as we all know, for a special victory. Whether West Brom a little bit more sturdy than Dortmund.
Would seem to be in for one of 2 paths from here on in, either a memorable comeback from Liverpool, and it is of course in their DNA, or a famous win for West Brom. Oxlade-Chamberlain will take this corner. Headed away by Rodriguez.
Someone must have pumped the ball up there, that hurt his head.
Van Dijk. Rapidly in was Hegazi. And this is Chris Brunt. And now Jake Livermore. Rodriguez giving the slip to Trent Alexander-Arnold.
That was nice by Jay Rodriguez.
Neom. It's an inviting ball which is met by the broad forehead of Virgil van Dijk. With Hegazi, whose Egyptian centre-back partner may be on the way to join him if Evans leaves.
Yeah, ball, bang, and then he gets hold of Firmino, catches him. He was up nice and quick actually, Firmino chasing the ball down, defending.
Ali Gaba of Zamalek is the player in question. It's Krychowiak, and it's for Brunt. And oh, what a horrible mess, but the flag is up for offside and they've got away with it. Dawson getting in the way of Mignolet and sending him spinning and the ball going backwards.
Yeah, you see what Craig Pawson said, everything has to be checked. This should be an easy enough decision. Ball out, volley by Brunt. Well, as you can see, easy enough. Fine, everybody's offside.
6 of
so
them.
It's fine, it's fine. I mean, what the goalie was doing, spare your blushes, thankfully. You can see how hard it is, sorry John, can't you, for the referee?
Yes. Yeah. Immediately becomes the unwanted focus of the players' attention.
Yeah.
It's the quickest use of VAR tonight. Here's Alberto Moreno. Hegazi. Wijnaldum. Mane. Salah. Emre Can. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Moreno. Beyond Hegazi. By the looks of it, beyond everyone.
This is the Matty Phillips. That's the chance. Nice run. He's quick, isn't he? Simple enough. And there's the challenge from Hegazi. It's a bit of the ball first, but his follow through catches Firmino. His foot's high, isn't it? Stamped him down, but I think it's all right. I think it's just unfortunate the follow through. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. Ball first.
Phillips. Moreno. Brunt. Matt Phillips again. Remember, haven't lost at home this season, unbeaten in 19 games in total. 17 of them this season, 2 at the tail end of last. Moreno, well defended by Evans. Can. Alexander-Arnold, and he took his eye off the ball. Did. Took his eye off it, already thinking about where the cross was going. Might be a metaphor for the team's wider performance.
They've been sloppy at times.
Livermore. And Mane dragging back Craig Dawson. Krychowiak. This is Alan Neon, who began at right back and is now at left. West Brom having lost Gibbs and Robson Kanu to first half injury. Phillips. Neon. Chris Brunt. Done well to retain it. Firmino just seemed to be eased off the ball there. The referee agrees.
Yeah, he did enough. Krychowiak, you see him here, just lean on Firmino, just put him off balance. Was a foul, not enough to take a card. It's clever.
Matip. Firmino. On by Oxlade-Chamberlain to Alexander-Arnold. Well, this is not going to plan for Liverpool. This was supposed to be the redemption after the nightmares of Swansea. But Alan Pardew has every reason to be delighted. He came with a game plan. Wanted more freedom from his players. Wanted them to loosen up a bit. And there's Tony Brown, Tony Bomber Brown, to give him his full nickname. Arguably West Brom's greatest player, who was part of the side that beat Liverpool in the quarter-final, their last meeting in the FA Cup, 1968. And the Baggies went on to win the cup.
Yeah, what a player he was. 279 goals, as it said on the caption. Incredible record.
And quite a few of those from midfield.
Yeah. Must be very proud of the team he's looking down at the moment.
Front. Krychowiak. Livermore. This is Craig Dawson. Salah. Brunt. Just a word of apology, by the way, if you caught some of Chris Brunt's rather industrial language at his frustration at not being given a throw. Evans in twice, but here comes Chan.
I could see that back heel coming from up here, let alone Craig Dawson, who was 2 yards away. Very frustrating at the moment, Liverpool's performance. West Brom are nice and strong defensively, organised.
And it is the schizophrenic nature of Liverpool that must so irritate their supporters. Exhilarating against Manchester City last game here, and then exasperating a few days later at Swansea, and now this.
As you can see from the stats, possession, yes, but second half they haven't really made many chances at all, have they? Yes, they're trying to do things quickly, but it's not coming off.
Hegazi. Krychowiak will chase. Gets there ahead of Van Dijk. And you have Moreno to deal with as well. And Liverpool work their way out from the back. Alexander-Arnold. This is Salah. An area to Daly. Firmino. Sadio Mane, who was caught just after he released the ball.
Yeah, he was caught by Johnny Evans. Steps out. Silly foul really, just has a nibble, doesn't he? Doesn't need to. Neom's there, defensively they were strong, they had lots of bodies around them. by Mo Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who we've seen score a goal.
Alexander-Arnold into the top of the wall, and it yields a... On Barry.
Could easily be a card, or there it is. Again, good play by West Bromwich Albion, sloppy by Liverpool. Throw out from the goalkeeper. With all respect to Gareth Barry, he's a superstar, but he's not the quickest player. Runs across Emre Can. Nice and clever. Emre Can buys it, brings him down.
Hegazi. Dawson, the feeling he was being held and getting absolutely no sympathy from Craig Pawson. Neon.
Well, that was nice, wasn't it? Jay Rodriguez. What I would say is that through the enforced changes, West Brom, Hegazi and Neon's come to the left flank. They've done really, really well. Up to this point in time, they've been really solid. You wouldn't notice that they've had a couple of injury problems already. I know Matty Phillips has come on as well up there, but this little change of play, formation defensively, has not hindered them whatsoever.
It's a goal kick. It's a ground where West Brom have won on only 2 of their last 31 visits. Day of ebb, flow, and now bags of incident in the FA Cup. With Tottenham endangered at Newport before Harry Kane rescued them. Notts County earning a draw against Swansea. Wigan of League One knocking out West Ham.
Paul Cook and his boys. Great result.
I don't know what it says that they were favourites with the bookies before the game kicked off.
Yeah, exactly.
4 matches so far heading to replays. And from here, Liverpool might be content to make that 5.
Well, what you know, if the result stays anything like this, the pressure will build on Monday. Will build for Tuesday when our game against Huddersfield against Liverpool.
There's Brunt, and off goes Phillips. Livermore's forward this time. He made only glancing contact, and it's Gini Wijnaldum. Looks like a triple change coming for Liverpool as we cast our eyes down below. Nothing signals a manager's displeasure more than 3 substitutions in 1.
I was going to say that, John. Hit the nail on the head. 3 changes, one after the other. He is not a happy man. He'd probably change more if he could.
This is Salah. Brunt, tigerish as most of his teammates have been.
Oh,
and that's inventive.
Chris Brunt.
And here's Phillips. Trying to outstrip Matip. In the end, he took the shot on. But how about Chris Brunt?
Matty Phillips is quick, actually. I thought he was going to run away from Matip.
So the changes. Milner taking the place of Chan. Danny Ings is going to come on. Infrequent appearances because of serious injury, but working his way back to proper form and fitness. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain makes way. And lastly, the return of Jordan Henderson, who's missed the last 6 games with a hamstring injury. And he is taking the place of Sadio Mane. What does that give Liverpool potentially that they didn't have before, Steve?
Well, apart from the obvious fresh legs or different movement, they look as if they're playing still with 3 up top. But Ings has gone in for Mane. Some people might question some of the substitutions, but they haven't done it. And as I said, anybody could have come off the way they've performed, really. And the people on the bench deserve the chance to try and change the game around. Forget Tuesday in the league, forget about that. They need to change this game around.
Phillips, who is pacey and usually direct, he's had to take a circuitous route. Rodriguez has now arrived in distant support. And Matip.
He did really well with Matty Phillips, didn't he? I thought Liverpool were going to foul him. That's what he was waiting for, but he gets his cross in and he nearly wins a corner. Just through persistence and hard work, the West Brom players.
Henderson and Danny Ings. Foster made the challenge. Referee took a long look. Doesn't intervene. Ings again. Round the corner pass doesn't work. The immediate thought when something like that happens inside the box is that under review?
The only thing I would say is that Danny Ings doesn't really appeal for it. Seems to get up and get on with it. Seems he's having a chat with someone, Craig Pawson. But he's let it slide.
Okay, we can confirm that has not been reviewed. Wijnaldum. Salah, we will have another look at it in a moment. Trying to go around the outside of Neon, who is an angular presence.
Yeah, he did well again, Neon. Did really well. Here's the challenge. Ben Foster on Danny Ings. Touch off us behind. I don't know whether Ben Foster gets any of the ball. This angle might show us better. Or does Ings get the ball? Still, couldn't tell you whether he got the ball or not. Certainly goes with his momentum, doesn't it? The keepers. Craig Pawson was happy.
Maybe the high point, along with Newport against Tottenham today, was Wigan-West Ham. League One getting the better of Premier League. And extended highlights of that game are up next here on BT Sport 2. Do stay with us for that. Henderson. West Brom have only got one change left available to them.
Yeah.
And they're going to use it to replace their oldest constituent part, Gareth Barry, who's 37 next month.
Yeah, well, I think to a certain extent that makes sense, doesn't he? He got a yellow card in the first half. maybe he's starting to get tired. I certainly don't want to say that, but he's been excellent again.
Late. We just waited half a second to see if an advantage would unfold.
Yeah, another Johnny Evans foul on Firmino that time.
And while you watch this replay, Liverpool have taken it quickly. It's Moreno on the half volley away by Dawson. West Brom tidy, economical, well drilled, energetic.
Yeah, listen, they've been brilliant, they've been all of that, but the one thing you have to say is that they've scored 3.
Alexander-Arnold.
Sometimes we get caught with teams just sitting back and defending and trying to counter-attack. This West Bromwich Albion scored 3 in the first 45 minutes. That needs to be applauded. The fact that they're very strong at the back, that just goes along with how organised they are.
7th best defensive record in the Premier League, even though they're next to bottom of the table. Conceded the same number of goals in league competition as Arsenal. Somewhere in the northeast, Tony Pulis will have a wry smile on his face.
I told you so. He'll be saying.
Here's Alberto Moreno. Milner. Salah. Wijnaldum. Alexander-Arnold. And Milner immediately blocked. Here comes that West Brom substitution. And it's Claudio Jacob, the Argentine, whose future has been the subject of some debate because of a lack of regular starts. He'll take the place of Gareth Barry.
Yeah, warm applause from the Baggies fans there you see. Great shot that. Special moment for Gareth Barry to certainly walk off the field leading 3-1.
Well, it is for a player who's faced Liverpool 38 times in his career and only won 3 of those.
Yeah.
Alexander-Arnold. It's Yakov. Salah. This has been so far short of what we had expected. No sense of a rebound from Swansea.
No, not at all. It's been slow. Passes have been behind players. That tempo's lacking from the game. You see the fans very apprehensive, worried virtually about this performance.
Henderson. Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool less than 20 minutes away from going out of the FA Cup at the 4th round stage for a 3rd consecutive season. Seven times winners of the competition. Only Arsenal, Manchester United and Spurs have won it more frequently down the years. one defeat in 7 if they emerge unscathed here, and that deep in stoppage time at West Ham. James Milner. Ings, Salah, howls from the court, more in hope than any firm expectation, I think. Firmino. Good block, Hegazi.
Great block, Hegazi. Clever by Firmino, great block, Hegazi.
Alexander-Arnold. And Salah! Liverpool may just be back in business. That unerring moment again. Unnerving, certainly, as the referee puts finger to ear.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It just comes from a poor cross, really, but it shows you don't have to score beautiful goals. Just falls to Salah in the box. Left-footed cross by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Doesn't do much, but falls to Salah from Roberto Firmino. It's a lovely finish, you have to say that. Talk about composed. They get the ball in the box and it causes a little bit of chaos. 3-2, West Bromwich Albion.
The Egyptian is the third fastest Liverpool player to rack up a quarter century of goals. 32 games to get to 25. And he's the fastest since a gentleman by the name of Fred Pragnam in 1915. Now we may see what West Brom are made of. Free kick Liverpool.
There's certainly plenty of time. It's nice and noisy, isn't it?
Dawson took a chunk of Milner there as well as the ball, but on we go. Salah playing his first FA Cup tie for Liverpool. He did manage a couple for Chelsea. It's his first ever goal in the competition. Offside Firmino. Well, tomorrow we have another live FA Cup tie here on BT Sport 2. It's a 1 o'clock start at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea against Rafael Benitez and Newcastle United. And then over the next 7 days, 3 attractive Premier League matches here on BT Sport. On Tuesday, Huddersfield trying to beat Liverpool for the first time since 1959. On Wednesday, 2 of the top 5 meeting at Wembley, Spurs against Manchester United. And then next Saturday, Theo Walcott making a rapid return to Arsenal in the colours of Everton. Salah. Liverpool with the bit between their collective teeth.
He did really well there, Jakob. Closed the angle down for his pass to Firmino.
Got a foot in again there. And if West Brom have had to show plenty of defiance and resolve so far, they need oodles more over the next 10 minutes or so. Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, he just needs to be a little bit further forward, 10 yards further forward, getting that cross in. It's a nice angle for the defenders to come and meet and clear the lines. They just need to turn their bodies a little bit, and that'll happen if you cross the ball further down towards the touchline.
Anfield in gloriously full voice now.
Oh, yeah.
Jorginho Wijnaldum. Henderson.
Yeah, don't tell those fans, or the fans here tonight, that the FA Cup doesn't matter. Great atmosphere this evening. Both fans contributed.
Quite a sight and quite a sound. And West Brom, by contrast, backed by just 1,800 fans. They could have had 8,500 tickets, but felt they couldn't sell them. Firmino. Outstretched leg of Dawson catches Milner. It'll be a yellow card and a free kick.
Yeah, no arguments there. Craig Dawson put his hands up, no problem.
Milner, a cup winner with Manchester City, to take. Van Dijk lurking on the 6-yard line. Remember his late intervention against Everton in the last round. Milner to Moreno. Jakob.
That was a strange one, wasn't it?
Salah. And Foster. Comfortable collection.
That certainly wasn't worked out in the training ground.
Conceded briefly to Livermore, who then lost his footing and the ball. Moreno. Ings shows for it. And Hegarty came across as the goalkeeper rushed out.
Oh, you're right. Hegarty goes with Danny Ings, then stops, gets a booking
for descent
from the corner. You see, he follows Danny Ings there. But then he just leaves him, lets him go.
To Van Dijk. Not sure it should have got to him. It was the subterranean corner. Henderson. Alexander-Arnold. And Foster. You could hear him calling for it from here. Not a lot of animation at the moment from Liverpool's manager. Quite often he seems to provide the energy from the sidelines.
Yeah.
Moreno, Firmino, away by Phillips to Van Dijk. Alexander-Arnold. Hard in towards Ings. Corner. West Brom disagree with that as well. And there's no one sitting on the cot at the moment. Milner.
Yeah, the set pieces haven't been good enough this afternoon, Liverpool, have they? Or this evening, sorry, I should say.
Livermore is limping markedly at the moment.
He's going to have to battle on.
Moreno. Both sides have used all their substitutions. This is Salah. And no question about it, Jake Livermore is struggling out there.
Yeah, he is, yeah. That's why he's being pushed further forward to get out of the way to a certain extent. He's just going to have to work hard as much as he can.
Milner. Well, 2 goals for Jay Rodriguez.
Yeah,
man of the match.
He's my man of the match. He's the well, if he finishes like this, he's the match winner. Defensively, I thought he'd been excellent, but he scored 2 goals. He was virtually involved in the 3rd goal, a massive own goal, and he's shown some really nice touches. He's in good form and he's continued in this game.
5 goals in his last 6 appearances. Precious commodities for West Brom because they don't get that many. It's the first time they've come away, other than a League Cup tie at Accrington, and scored 3 this season. Virgil van Dijk. Now Firmino. Liverpool could claim they've got maybe bigger fish to fry. Porto in the Champions League. And of course the Premier League pursuit of another top 4 finish, but there is no mistaking the importance of the FA Cup to this club and these supporters, and indeed the need for a convincing, proper display after what happened at Swansea.
Definitely, I don't agree with that. There's bigger fish to fry. This is the game, this was the next game. They're at home, they're in the FA Cup. Win the game and move on.
Milner. Neom. Alexander-Arnold. And Phillips. Ricochet into the cot. It's a goal kick. Well, it's quite a sight, but there are some empty seats now which weren't there before. There are some losing faith in Liverpool's ability to pull this one back.
Yeah, it was Livermore before. It's Johnny Evans now, and he's feeling his hamstring.
There's a manager of a North London club that might be watching that with a bit of interest. To say that Johnny Evans, for a man whose name is constantly linked with moves to bigger clubs, has put in a completely wholehearted display, no distraction at all.
Oh yeah, he's not that type of character, is he? He's the one who'll wholeheartedly play. The one thing I would say, if he's struggling with a hamstring, he shouldn't be playing centre half. He'll have to swap with somebody, because he's in a pivotal position there if he can't move.
Well, they've almost got 4 centre-backs now, West Brom, with Phillips and Brunt either side. A long way away from them is Jay Rodriguez. And a hefty chunk of stoppage time to play. West Brom have lost 2 players to injury, have got 2 passengers out there in Evans and Livermore. Alexander-Arnold. Henderson. And wasted by Moreno in the one position where he wouldn't want to do so, right smack bang in front of the cot.
Yeah, you felt as if he could have controlled it and come back onto his right foot. I'm surprised Liverpool haven't put Matip or Virgil van Dijk up front, to be honest. They're not much, they haven't been a threat at all in the second half, West Brom. They've got Livermore who can't move up there. Evans is struggling. Why don't they go and put a bit of height up there for the last 5 or 10 minutes? That has surprised me really, just try and change it round a little bit.
Well, this would be a truly valiant performance by the Baggies if they see it through. Given the venue, given the circumstances now with the injuries too. Moreno and Higazi as it came off the chest of Ings.
But you see there, John, Liverpool had 2 men in the box then as that cross came in. 2 men.
Van Dijk.
I mean, it's a valiant performance if they keep this up, West Brom.
Alexander-Arnold.
That's Johnny Evans heading that out.
Good job he didn't have to jump.
On one leg, exactly. You see him holding his hamstring, Johnny Evans.
Alexander-Arnold, and Foster calls for it.
And I've said it before, that angle of cross from that area, 20-30 yards away from the goal area, it's easy for the defenders and the goalkeeper all day long. That's why Liverpool have been real sloppy, not thinking about it.
90 seconds for Liverpool to save their FA Cup skins. Milner. Danny Ings. Mohamed Salah. Henderson. Matip. Milner. Higazi with a towering header.
Great header by Higazi. Van Dijk's in there now. Is it a bit too late?
Alexander-Arnold. Firmino and Brunt with the header. And Liverpool teetering on the brink here. Maybe the last effort. Van Dijk! And Foster will cling on for as long as he possibly can.
See, that's what it causes you though, John. He probably should have been there 10 minutes ago. At least he causes a bit of chaos. You can always get the second ball. Could be a little bit too late that he's been put up there.
It's one of the more eye-catching results of round 4. Another Alan Pardew victory over Liverpool. He had such a story with them. And the Boing Boing Baggies are into round 5 against all the odds.
Yeah, it is. It was a great performance by him. And as you said, the Baggies have come to Anfield, scored 3. Adversity against them, numerous injuries. They virtually finished the game with 9 fit bodies. Yet they've held out. Defensively, they've been strong. They'll go down now, celebrate in front of their triumphant fans. Great performance by West Bromwich Albion and Alan Pardew and his staff.
Well, Jurgen Klopp sees his side exit the FA Cup at the 4th round stage for the 3rd consecutive season. It was a night that made history with the extensive use of VAR, with 3 particular first half incidents, all talking points that seemed to take an eternity to sort out. But in between times, a quite thrilling cup tie in which Jay Rodriguez scored twice. Matip's own goal proved to be decisive. Firmino and Salah's efforts simply not enough for Klopp and Liverpool. It is West Brom who go through to round 5. It is Liverpool 2, West Bromwich Albion 3.
And Liverpool huffed and they puffed, but there was no way through that West Brom wall, was there, despite Johnny Evans carrying an injury towards the end. A breathless finish to a pulsating double-header of cup football on BT Sport this afternoon. Liverpool's first home defeat in 9 months, but West Brom deserved that, Jermaine.
Their first half display really warranted the result. I don't think they've brought up to scratch, but just to talk about West Brom specifically, it's probably their best performance they've put in all season. Defensively strong, in midfield they looked like they had that bite, the energy, and obviously at the top end of the pitch they put the ball in the back of the net when they needed to.
OK, let's get some West Brom reaction from down on the pitch with Paul Dempsey.
Jake, thank you. Craig Dawson and Jay Rodriguez are with us. It's your best win of the season, isn't it, for starters?
Yeah, of course, we've had to work hard tonight, and there was great discipline throughout the team, and it was a great victory in the end.
You go 1-0 down and then you come up with 2 very quick, very well taken goals. What are your memories of them?
Yeah, it was just obviously it came up and just took them really well. It's just a case of how we were playing today. We wanted to be solid but also threatening, because we know how good of a side they are attacking, but we feel that we could exploit them defensively, and I think that's what we did.
And should it have been 3-1? What a finish first up. Were you, when the ball went in the net, did you say to yourself, this could be a VAR moment?
Well, we saw it just before that, so we know the system's in play. You've got to keep focused until the referee gives the goal, and we weren't sure, but he gave it in the end.
What is it like, that wait? And it was quite a long wait that time, wasn't it? As it was for the penalty decision at the other end soon after. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's just a time delay. Obviously, there's a lot of waiting around and uncertainty. So you just got to keep focused and keep ready for when the play starts again.
It's a famous West Bromwich Albion Cup win, this, and you ended up playing midfield, didn't you?
Yeah, that's it. We had a few injuries, and it was just a case of doing whatever we can for the team. And yeah, I was in there in the midfield. Jakob was shouting at me. It was it's a lovely feeling to come here and win and be as hard working as we are, and togetherness. I think that's the best feeling out of the day.
And as I think you are aware, Bomber Brown, Tony Brown, who won here in 1968 with West Bromwich Albion, he was watching, and of course all Albion people would say this is a great tribute to Cyril Regis. So congratulations and well done.
Oh, thank you. It means a lot. Thank you. It's nice. It's a great thing what we've done today, and just want to carry it on now. But no, legend Cyril Regis. You know, it means a lot to all of us and the fans. And what a man.
Well done, boys.
Cheers. Thank you.
And absolutely, we'd all echo Jay Rodriguez's thoughts. He was brilliant today. That's 5 goals in his last 6 games now for the man of the match, as they quite rightly clapped the fans who travelled here today. A word about Liverpool though, Stephen. They finished strongly, but Jurgen Klopp, who's already back in the dressing room with his players, he's not going to be happy, is he, with the overall performance today?
No, he won't be happy, especially with 45 minutes. Liverpool weren't good enough. West Brom, it could have been more than 3-1. I think West Brom caused Liverpool all kinds of problems, especially him, Jay Rodriguez. Yeah. Man of the match all day long. I thought his performance was fantastic. His pace, his energy, his quality. If you're Gareth Southgate, you're definitely putting a tick next to his name for the next squad, in my opinion.
You think so?
I thought that was a performance worthy of getting back in the England squad. I know he's been out and had a long injury, but I think that was his comeback game, to say, look, I'm back, the injury's gone. And that was the Jay Rodriguez of old, the Southampton one, who was causing all kinds of Premier League teams problems, and Liverpool couldn't handle him today. Simple as that.
Jay was brilliant today. Liverpool certainly stuttered, and of course it means another potential bit of silverware for Jurgen Klopp, and his team falls by the wayside. We'll talk about Jurgen, his decisions today, what happens next for Liverpool, but there's plenty more sport for you on BT Sport, including NBA from 1:30 in the morning tomorrow morning, and then a bit later than that there's cricket. England have already won the one-dayers, but they'll wrap it up with the 5th and final one-dayer. Tomorrow, more FA Cup action for you. The game will do well to follow on from the 2 we brought you this afternoon. Chelsea against Newcastle from 1 o'clock. Straight after us, about 10:15, we're going to bring you extended highlights of Wigan against West Ham, and there's also UFC Fight Night as well up next on BT Sport 3, so plenty of sport for you. But stay with us for all the analysis from this game. Of course, there's some brilliant goals and some great play to discuss, but as well as that we will talk about VAR. What does it mean for the fans in the stadium? What do they still need to do to get the system right? We'll discuss it all. We're here for the next half an hour, so stay where you are. Plenty more still to come.
Ladbrokes, proud to support the romance of the cup. away.
And we're clearing the way for this cracking offer. Get a £10 risk-free bet when you sign up to Paddy Power today. So if your first bet loses, get your money back as cash.
At least we got the best seats of them all. My bet's gonna come in, I know. The hard weather leaving.
That's the spirit, Paddy Power, you beauty.
If you believe in magic, tonight you can just eat.
Magic is real, it's contained within an app. Put your feet up and watch Peking duck appear with just a tap.
Magic is tastes like taco.
Savoy fish and chips, shish kebab, vindaloo,
and spicy crispy chicken strips.
Just eat exactly what you feel.
Just eat. Summon up your favorite takeaway tonight. Sometimes bluffing is your only way to win. Relax. Think about that desk you promised you'd put up, and that pull-up bar still waiting for you to get in shape. Use that talent, because if you can bluff yourself, you can bluff anyone. Poker Stars, you're already a great poker player.
We've come a long, long way together, through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you.
Yesterday, today and tomorrow we have been and always will be by the side of British business.
I have to praise you like I should.
Choose and buy your perfect car with complete control. Visit carwow.com and see what you could save.
Hey Jack, I've got new ones.
You look really grown up. Very smart, Jack.
Like your sisters.
Can I have that? Jack?
Approved used A-Class from £159 per month. Search Mercedes-Benz approved used.
Welcome everybody, and what a lovely day, full of wonderful memories. So nice to see people happy. No one absolutely furious.
Not now, Terry.
Nope, sorry Susan, this man is a liar. He said purple bricks were just online. Well, they're not! Gareth! They are proper estate agents, real people, but with no commission!
Save yourself from commisery at purplebricks.co.uk.
2 minutes on the sauce!
Having a workplace pension is like having another you. At work, helping earn money for when you retire.
How long the fish?
So when you work, your pension works.
Service!
Get to know your pension. Visit workplacepensions.gov.uk.
Night.
At Argos, our new ranges are out now, online and in our new catalogue, with prices frozen on thousands of products. Go Argos.
Ladbrokes, proud to support Singing Wembley with 3 syllables.
'April 23rd last year, it was the last time the Liverpool fans left here having seen their team defeated as they trudge out into the dark nights here in Anfield. However, for the West Brom fans, we've got a journey back on the coach. Happy days for them. They're into the next round of the FA Cup, and of course you can see the draw for the 5th round here on BT Sport on Monday evening. Let's just confirm some of the other results for you. There's been some cracking games and some surprise results as well today. Fousseni Diabate scored twice on his debut as Leicester cruised past Peterborough. That was the first game of the day here on BT. It feels like a long time ago now. Coventry beat Stoke in the 3rd round, and once again the team from a higher division today with Maxime Biamou scoring the winner. Get this, Coventry had more supporters at the game than the home side did. John Stead maintained his record of scoring in every round of the FA Cup this season. My stat of the day for you is that County's starting 11 had more Premier League appearances between them than Swansea's did. And Southampton have not won in the Premier League since November, but their FA Cup run goes on after Javi Gracia made a losing start as the Watford boss, and Will Griggs scored twice as the 2013 FA Cup winners Wigan beat Premier League opposition for the second time this season. So it was a busy old day in the FA Cup, and it all finished here with Liverpool's defeat to West Brom. Let's just have a brief chat about where this leaves Liverpool, because this fight for the top four was already intense. It's going to be a big ask for them to repeat what you managed all those years ago and win the Champions League. So this is a damaging defeat for their season.
Yes. You know, this club's about winning trophies.